Mohammed said hell is populated mainly by women. Bukhari, volume 1, number 28, the prophet said, I was shown the hellfire and that the majority of its dwellers were women who were ungrateful. Bukhari, volume 1, number 301, Allah's apostle said, O women, give alms, as I have seen that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you women. I've not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. Bukhari, volume 2, number 161, the prophet then said, I also saw the hellfire, and I had never seen such a horrible sight. I saw that most of the inhabitants were women. The Judeo-Christian faith teaches all have sinned, all fall short of the glory of God. None is righteous, no, not one. That is why we believe that Jesus went to the cross to pay the price for our sin. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. If you have not accepted Jesus' atonement for your sin, you will go to hell. Being a woman has nothing to do with it. Being an Asian has nothing to do with it. Being a Jew has nothing to do with it. Being an Arab has nothing to do with it. Being a black African has nothing to do with it. Being an Eskimo has nothing to do with it. All have sinned, all fall short of the glory of God. We are all going to hell until and unless we put our faith in Jesus and ask him to forgive us. Now your religion says hell is mainly populated by women? That would mean heaven is mainly populated by men. You see, the New Testament says we can have the assurance of salvation. Mohammed did not know what Allah, God, his God, would do to him on the judgment day. The Bukhari, volume 5, number 266, the prophet said, by Allah, even though I am the apostle of Allah, yet I do not know what Allah will do to me. If Mohammed didn't know if he was going to heaven, how can you be sure you're going to go to heaven? Now there are fundamentalist Muslims who teach the assurance of salvation is in being shahadi, dying in a jihad. That's why they, well, in some cases, fundamentalists raise their children to be suicide bombers. They believe, of course, they'll get the 70 virgins and all this stuff. That's the assurance of salvation according to some fundamentalists. I don't say all Muslims necessarily agree. Some don't. But all Muslims must agree with the Hadith or they wouldn't be Muslims, and Muhammad said he didn't know what was going to happen to him when he met his Maker. Now, the New Testament teaches we can have the assurance of salvation if we put our faith in Jesus. That although all have sinned, all fall short of the glory of God, we can sing, bold I approach the eternal throne and claim the crown through Christ my own. Rabbi Shaul of Tarsus, St. Paul the Apostle said, I have run the good race, I have fought the good fight, hence I know there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. Christianity says you can have the assurance of salvation. Mohammed said he didn't. If I had a choice between a faith that says I can have the assurance of salvation and one that says I can't, even its founder couldn't, why should I believe that religion unless it was true?